Hello, my dear Zenith friends. This is your host, E.T., with another astrology video. In this video, we are going to be moving forward from the 12 zodiac archetypes. If you haven't checked out the zodiac archetypes, go check them out in previous videos. We've completed the wheel, sort of. Yes, I'm going to say we completed the wheel. And we are now moving on to planets. And in this first video, I'm going to be talking about a very important planet that everybody and their mother knows about, and that is the Sun, which is not a planet, but is a star. And in astrology, we call it a luminary. Don't ask me why we call it a luminary. Maybe because it illuminates our entire world. Fun facts about the sun: all life force energy comes from one source, and that is our sun. So I won't go too into it because I don't want to piss anyone off. Actually, I will, because I don't give a fuck. All life comes from the sun. You can either get it directly or you can get it secondary through other things, such as animals that eat plants that get their energy from the sun, if you understand what I mean. Or you can get it directly from plants, which literally hold the sun's energy. And yes, there are ancient techniques that are extremely valid in absorbing the sun's energy to also nourish your glands, your organs, your body, the biggest organ in your body, which is your skin. I recommend getting plenty of sunlight. However, it's funny, we're getting into holistic health now. But the sun, come on, he is so important. It is so important. Make sure to get lots of sun. Sun gazing is a thing. It's amazing, but you must be grounded. You must be barefoot on the earth if you try that. And you do it in little spurts, typically at sunrise or sunset, to kind of set yourself up so you're not just blinding yourself. But these things are proven to purify your pineal gland, to purify toxins in the body. However, and this is important, if you put toxic chemicals in your body and then go get out in the sun, that is what is going to create diseases, okay? The sun is not toxic. It's the toxic chemicals that we ingest in our body that have a reaction to the sun that causes horrible things. I'm not going to name these things because I didn't intend to go into a medical spiel in this video. But I am very passionate about holistic health and wellness. Astrology is great. Music is great. Medicine is great. Nature is great. Life is great. Relationships are great. True health and wellness is a balance. It's a combination of all these things together holistically, right? Everything is made out of nothing, but nothing is made out of everything. You can't just say, oh my God, I've got my crystal here, therefore I'm good. I mean, you can, and I would agree with you. But what I mean is balance. This is important. Okay. Didn't necessarily mean to go too far into holistic health and wellness, but why are we doing astrology in the first place? It's supposed to make our life better. It's supposed to be a blueprint to the keys to unlock our full potential and transcend all our rulers. It's not just this thing in this compartment. Astrology is everything. All mythology, all religion, all science. It's the first science. People think astrology is whack, and I understand. On the surface, it is. Cookbook astrology, especially people, oh, what's your big three? Oh, what's your sun sign? No, 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 no. Astrology is incredibly detailed. It's incredibly potent, and it goes so far beyond your sun sign. So with that said, let's talk about your sun sign. Typically, everyone and their grandmother knows about their sun sign. Ooh, I'm a Scorpio. Ooh, I'm an Aries. Ooh, I'm a Virgo. Ooh, I'm a Taurus. Whatever, right? That means X, Y, Z in the third. Well, not really, because what house is your sun in? What aspects are happening? What other planets are there? Where's your ruling planet? And what's aspecting that? So there's so much more to a chart than a sun. However, the sun is very important, with that said. So, nice 6-minute intro. The sun is our life force energy. It is our star. It is our soul. That's where we get the word soul. It's from the sun. It's our soul. It's our illuminating essence. It is something that we grow into more towards the journey and process of our life. Okay, so people are typically more like their moon sign. Oh, I'm a Virgo moon. So then you're gonna actually be more like a Virgo than your, Gemini sun or whatever it is. So typically in the first part of your life, the first section of your life, especially a child is going to be operating more on the moon. We'll get to that in another video. But as one ages and develops into their path in life, they will start embodying their sun more. And that's a good sign. So, the sun is our ego. It represents Father. It also represents government. The sun is the king. The king shines on its kingdom with impartiality. It doesn't shine a little bit more on the roses than it does on the blueberries. No. So let your love be like the sun. Shine on everything without partiality, right? Even the little scorpions under the rock, they get the same type of solar love as the butterflies, So the sun, it's the essence of someone. It's, like I said, it's the personality. It's the king. All things come from the sun. I'll make another video, but directly across from the sun is what's known as the earth. That's another video. The sun lights up every part of where it is in the chart, okay? So if you have planets close to your sun, then what's happening is they're getting overpowered by the sun because the sun is so bright. Excuse my good hair day. I actually just woke up. So, the sun is so powerful, it can burn you. The ego can burn you. People's personalities can burn you. And it shines so bright that it can overpower whatever is in its vicinity. If we talk about the sign of Leo, which I made a video on Leo, you should go check out. These people are warm-hearted. These people are, not always. I have plenty of negative Leo energy in my life, but as an archetype, as an essence, these people are warm-hearted, generous, like the sun shining on all things. So the sun really, it takes up such a big part of the chart. It's very important to know what house your sun is. That'll give you the veil or the flavor of your sun. You know, if your sun is in the 4th house, then you are going to take on some Cancerian qualities. If your sun is in the 6th house, you're going to take on a little bit of Virgo qualities with that sun, and so forth and so forth. And then, yeah, also where it is, like as far as the horizon line and the MC and the IC, you know, that's also very important, as well as the aspects to other planets. You know, if your sun is conjunct Pluto, that's a big thing. And you're going to take on Scorpion qualities. You're going to take on Scorpio qualities. But more so, you know, more so like the transformative qualities. If your sun is conjunct Mercury, I would go ahead, I mean, depending on its cycle, retrograde, direct situation, it makes you very... So yes, as I was saying, I got cut off. If your sun is conjunct a certain planet, it's going to give that flavor to your sun. So there's really a lot that goes into it. It's not just, oh, my sun is in Taurus, so I'm going to want to do all these things, you know. It's much more complex and detail-oriented, you know, than anyone would ever imagine, than any other outsider would ever imagine, unless you are devoted to astrology, then you know. Okay, so not all Geminis are the same. Not all Leos are the same. Not all Cancers are the same. None of us are the same. It's like a thumbprint. It's unique. Everyone's blueprint, everyone's natal chart is completely unique. And unless you are privy, invested, or knowledgeable enough to understand the difference between one Aries and the other. And then you also have decadence and degree points, so it's an infinite amount of variation. So don't get caught in the trap of generalization with astrology. Because it is a big trap. And you know what? I was in that trap, and I stopped doing astrology for like 4 years because I kept judging everyone based on their birthday, because I was an idiot and didn't know things that I do now. So it's been, 10 plus years of study? And it's like, okay, it's not that simple, guys. Even though there's a sea of information out there that will enforce the ideologies of cookbook astrology and surface level BS astrology, and there's so many people that just quote Google and think they've got it all figured out, and you know what? Let them do it. Let them believe it. Because eventually, you know, the sun will shine its light upon the truth, you know. Oh, there's a quote that I want to speak. What is it? Anyway, something about all things hidden will come to light and blah, blah, blah. The sun rises. I'm horrible at remembering these little one-liners. But if you know what I'm saying, like other people in other videos have corrected me, please correct me. Tell me the quote, you know. So, what else can we say about the sun? The sun is so powerful. It's like a North Star. It's a guiding light. It's our government. It's our soul. Someone's soul, you know, someone who they really are, right? We're comfortable showing up as the rising, whatever our rising is. This is our persona that we put out there, the mask that we're comfortable embodying, right? Even if you have no planets in the sign of your rising. Got cut off again, excuse me. Sun is also the natural ruler of the 5th house, so some of the things about the 5th house are going to be recreation, children, right? The illumination, the light that can't be put out, you know? And if someone has a lot of solar energy, as in like inner child, oh my God, I got hair in my mouth, this is horrible. You know, they're going to be illuminated. And typically people who aren't as light or in their light body or in their recreation and fun, typically we see that, ooh, that's annoying. I need the darkness. So they try to, you know, put out that light. The tallest weed gets chopped kind of thing. tallest weed gets chopped. Typically those that are taking on this really amazing energy that the sun has, which is quite illuminating, it makes people jealous because these people just shine, So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of that. The more success you have, the more haters you'll have. The brighter your light, the more blinding you'll be, The sun is amazing, and it has many different phases depending on house, aspect to planet, what sign, and therefore what co-ruler, or how do you say it, desposit, if I'm saying that right. But if your sun is in Gemini, you look towards Mercury, and if Mercury is in Taurus, then you look to Venus, and if Venus is in Cancer, you look to the moon, and so forth and so forth. Like, there's ways to really figure out the complexities of your sun that go way beyond the 12 archetypes of astrology, or, oh, well, I read this on Google, so I'm a professional now, or, all Scorpios are this way, or all, Aquarius is this way. That's all BS, and it's a big trap, and it will keep you contained, and it typically repels people from astrology because it's like, oh, I have 12 options, that's it, No. Astrology is far more complex and extremely mathematical and extremely detail-oriented. So don't fall into the cookbook trap of thinking that all lemons are this way, or all limes are this way, and so forth. Let me think, is there anything else I want to say about the solar luminary? It's not all roses and lollipops. Sun can burn. Sun can be too intense. It can be too hot, And as I was saying before I got cut off, it can literally blind us from what's there. So if you have like Venus combust, Venus conjunct Sun, sometimes there's some negative qualities that go along with that. In the realm of duality, all things have, can cast a shadow. The greater the light, the longer the shadow. So yeah, man, there's always going to be something. Oh, this person is this person is that. There's imperfections everywhere, and that's what makes it perfect. So keep shining, all of you. And as always, subscribe to this channel, book a reading with me, leave comments, like all the stuff, share all the stuff, and let me know what kind of video you want me to make in the future. I appreciate y'all so much. Much love. Goodbye for now.